Hello Internet, this is LordMaddog and we are playing Turbo Space Program. So last time we went and retrieved an asteroid, brought it all the way down to Solitude's surface and recovered it, hoping to gain a giant boost in money. Sadly, it didn't give us any money at all for it, but we did gain a decent amount of science for it, so that was a wonderful thing. And then a little bit off screen, I built another space station and set it off to go around Nemesis because I had a mission for it. We got $1 million for it. It's just a simple space station, one of these big things you see here. It's just basically the exact same copy with just a little bit more fuel so it can actually get into orbit around Nemesis. And so I got paid for that, and they also upgraded my radiators. Other than that, not much has happened, but today, as you can see, Wasteland probe maneuver is coming around, only 12 days, so we're going to jump to it and speed up. So we're going to go ahead and hopefully orbit Wasteland and get a whole bunch of data from Wasteland, which used to be Carbon. Alright, so let's jump right on in. Jump to ship. And let's go ahead and see here. Maneuvering node in 12 days. And whoop, boop, 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 speed up. Here we go. Let's put that maneuvering. Why ain't you moving? Ah! Oh, shoot! Oh, there is no communication connection. Oh, okay. We got to make a better communicating network. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's build ourselves a giant satellite. Well, that sucked. No communication. Well, I have like 16 of the small little things on there. That should be enough. Oh well. We'll go ahead and start with SickBot. And plop this big old communication thing on there and scale SickBot up. Actually, this is not good. It's $1 million. Okay, massive sat 1. Anything else? Actually, you know what? I need to check something online. I don't think these things can actually relay. No, they can't. Here, let me do something here. Okay, I loaded before we sped up time to get to the probe point because we're going to need that time to produce a satellite on our Guardian base. And here I'm going to go ahead and restart because those things do not indeed... massive sat. We'll load with wax. We'll just load with what I had here. Okay. Don't need. We do need a little bit of radiators, but that massive sat communication device. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, relay. These are the best I have right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and put one of these on there, but I'm not gonna make it near as big. We're just gonna because it doesn't actually. It only transmits. It does not receive. Nope, I ain't got. I might put one of them on there later. But these are my absolute best ones that I have. So, and they say they're combinable. So, yeah. I'm just making sure this is the best I have. And they are. Okay. I'm going to scale this thing up. What's going on here? Why won't that... Oh. Clipping. Alright, let's go ahead and get a new one of these. There, did that. There. Sat relay. Let's go ahead and put tons of these because they say they're combinable. So that's it. Enable them to reach really far out into space. Here we go. 6 of them like that. There's a boatload. Whoa, this is starting to get expensive. Let's just add this on top for posterity to make it look better. And we're going to use liquid hydrogen for this. Well, we're going to use the one engine we unlocked. I can't remember its name, but you'll know what it is when I show you. All right, yep. There we go. There it is, this one. The Timberwind. Yeah, it's only giving us 2,000 delta V and not a lot of thrust to weight ratio either. That's well, we don't really need a lot more delta V than that. Let's just test it out. It says I don't have a good thrust to weight ratio, but I'm pretty sure this thing actually has like 5 or 6 to thrust ratio of what it actually says in the screen. It's one of those things like that. MechJab does not do good with Interstellar's engines at all. It just doesn't get them. Alright. Yes, so I have 4 thrust to weight ratio. I thought so. And I have about 3k delta V. And this thing flies nice. Alright, flies like a dream. I think max ISP 1000. I do believe this is exactly what we want. Okay, revert vehicle to assembly. And let's go ahead and make it up. Well, there might be a few things that should change first, especially making the bottom as its node, because it makes it a lot easier when I'm making things there. Alright, so if you hear a little bit chopping noises in the background, that's because my wife is making some food in the background. I'm sorry about that. Okay, home away from home, our base on Guardian, a place we've worked so much time on and put so much energy in. Like I wish we would do in real life on the moon. If we just got the regolith from the moon, a couple pounds of that stuff would be worth a boatload. Okay, we are actually creating this here. In fact, talking about that as we speed up time here, Chinese are planning, I don't know if they have succeed, but the Chinese are claiming they are planning, let's put it that way, finalize build. There we go. Here's our satellite show UI. Let's go ahead and fill it up. They're claiming that they are going to put a base on the moon. As I was saying, the Chinese are going to put a base on the moon. Go ahead and actually have another one being built while I go ahead and fill this one up. Because I'm going to need a couple. Make sure this is actually active. Because you get, I need to keep on gathering enough enriched uranium. Why isn't this doing anything? I have a... Well, it should be giving me LH2. There we go. Okay. It's just not giving it. All right, that's what was going on. It fills up the main first and then fills up the second. So I get you. All right. Yep, I think I have enough. All right, save. There's activate engine. Let's go ahead and make sure this thing has everything it needs and release. And it stole my hydrogen. I hate that bug. I don't know if that's talking about what the thing with the Chinese, though. I don't know if they'll actually succeed on doing it. Though, but the first one who does start really to colonize space, puts anything in space, will end up being the world's superpower. America very well may lose its place if China does actually succeed in building a base on the moon. Because spatial power is the future, man. Dropping tungsten rods or anything, any type of weapon in space is just so many times more effective than when it's here on Earth. And you can yeah. All right. I have to reload again here. Stupid thing. And everyone knows military power is the end all be all. Doesn't matter who got the better views, better things. It's just and who ends up actually has the biggest military ends up really pretty much ruling the world and being the world's superpower. It's just facts. I don't know why it works that way. I mean, there's different things in it. Money, because you got money to sustain. All right, we're launching this. And that's why America's done so good, because of capitalism. Because we had the money. And that's why China is actually starting to catch up, because they're doing a lot of capitalism too. But crony capitalism, way worse than what we have. Here we are. Let's go ahead and put... Oh, wow, that's the wrong off. Let's make sure this is like the 90 degrees like we need to. It's not a good position. Alright, but I think it'll work. We just need to get this thing into deep space. That's what we need to do. So it can relay our data. Let's see. Oh, hey, look at that. Because we came off of a different angle. I still can't believe that we're still getting data from Guardian and Nemesis. Guardian and Nemesis have really good a boatload of ball mines. I like it. But then so did the original, the Moon and not Moon and Minimus actually have a lot of ball mines. You, like I said, if you build a ship, you could launch a one probe. Well, not a 1-ton probe, but it's a couple 100-ton probe, actually. Let's get in our angle here. We want to get into escape velocity. We want to do it as fast as possible, 5 days, because we only have 12 days to this thing actually we have to actually have it there in deep space without a connection. So let's speed that up. Good maneuver. Here we go. Actually, the reason why I have it so much Delta V, because eventually I want to actually have one that is on the opposite side where we are at. Pretty much almost the opposite side here. Burning this Delta, just burn. Doing it manually, not using mech jab. It's fine. Perfect. Activate antenna. This thing, real life, would be able to send a lot of information, but I don't think it doesn't. Anyway, but I do have the combinable thing there, so that will help. Make sure there's no science. As I was saying, the reason why I have so much Delta V, because I want to see if I can actually, let's see, hopefully we have one on the opposite side of the sun, which will relay back and forth that way. And you have to actually lower your orbit to speed up faster. So yeah, I need the Delta V to do that. Still no signal. Huh. Well, that sucks. Still no signal to Wasteland Probe. Oh, Waste Probe. Wasteland. It's actually Wasteland Probe. All right, let's go ahead and launch the other one. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe maybe it's not getting. Well, anyway, more satellites better anyway. I thought for sure that would actually enable me to have a connection. Maybe it's on the. No, I don't know. Anyway, this thing only has 2 days, so we have plenty of time for it to get it up there. Maybe just a connection. Oof, reload. Something blew up. That's the problem with sometimes things just blow up randomly. I've had problems where they keep on sinking into the ground and my entire base just blows up. I hate that junk. Spontaneous combustion. Here we go. Let's try that again. Make sure this is actually running. And woo! Yeah, we got power. Finalize build. LH2, once again, we got to get to go over in there. No, you know what? I think it's just. Make sure activated. We'll just speed up time again. Alright, yep, let's do this. LH2. It'll fill up and then fill up these. Yes, we're full of Delta V. And we gained some decent amount of uranium too. That's nice. Yep. Just try other things here. I'm just wasting. These resources are really complicated because they're supposed to be like real life. I mean, I was not looking at the different conversations that have been out there before. It wasn't working for some reason. It will overflow. All right. Uranium nitride. I'm not gaining my uranium nitride like I should. There we are. Okay. There it is. It's working. Yeah, because there is so much. They're actually talking about what can be converted into what and what processes they're called and different things. I'm like, yeah, I guess this is real rocket science. They're talking about how you can change, how you can take regolith, you get deuterium from it, and how it works, and get in lithium-6 from Sol, and whatever lithium-6 is. And once again, it didn't give me my fuel, so I have to reload. Yeah, that annoying problem thing. Ah, come on, load! Thank you. Once again, make sure this is active, and I activate engine, release, yes. Now, launch. Here we go. And we're just going to leave this one in orbit around Solitude. We're going to put it in an orbit around Solitude. Kind of a large orbit, I think. Yeah, boom. Here we go. Let's make it bigger, boom. And yeah, we just want to refine our orbit. We'll make it, try to get it right in the exact same orbit as the moons are. Right about, no, not quite. That's too far out that way. That's the, yeah, that looks nice. And we're gonna, because this is a very precise maneuver. See, it's only 163 meters per second, so I've got to use mech jab because it's far more accurate than I am, which is very important in this way, because it'll just really throw off my orbit otherwise. When you do this manually. And it did it anyway. Stupid mech jab! Stop! Stop! What are you doing? I did it with mech jab just because I didn't want that. Stupid load time. Now, bang, 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 bang. Don't complain, don't complain. Oh well, alright. Let's try that again. Should have saved before I activated mech jab. I have no idea what happened there. Oh, actually, I do know what happened there. I ran out of electricity because yeah. And let's go ahead and get in orbit because I forgot to reload after launch. Yeah, that can happen when you use reactors as your power source. Once again, let's get this orbit here. Alright. Let's do this manually. And I did it too much. And that's why I was going to use mech jab. I can fix it. Just very, very lightly tint here. Come back. No, we don't want to do that. Maybe a little bit more retrograde. Yeah, come on. Just a tab. There we go. There. There. And now we're actually in geosynchronous orbit around. No, that wouldn't be a geosynchronous orbit around the moon. Alright, activate. That wouldn't work that way. We would actually be looking down at it because the moon would be moving. It would always be a different point. Yep. Anyway, so we now have 2 satellites, massive satellites, that should enable Wasteland probe to actually have signal, but then we may not. It may be completely reliant on their end, and maybe these things just don't combine that well to actually give a signal. But here's hoping. Load time gets steadily longer and longer and longer every time you reload in this game. I'm gonna have, okay, there. And still no probe control. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this thing to actually have probe control. That really, really bites, mate. I mean, we've been waiting forever for these probes. Let's get forward the load time. Here we are. Make sure, yeah, it has signal, and it has 140 days to Dresden. All right, so that's not, yeah. All right, there's one last thing I can try. I'm going to put one right over top of, get rid of the top here. We're going to use only this right there. We're going to basically just use, because I don't want to spend all that, it costs $1 million to send one of these into space as it was. We're just going to put one of these in orbit, no, polar orbit around Solitude. It's no longer named Kerbin. That's why it keeps on throwing me. It's actually Duna. Used to be Duna. But it's also changed dramatically because we threw 2 giant meteors into it. Alright, let's put this into space using KSTS. We're going to put it in a polar orbit. Didn't quite make it enough for 6 ton, but that's fine. We're going to launch it. Make sure, see if we can actually, it's if at all possible actually, to get this down to 6 ton would be awesome. Whoops, hit the wrong thing there. No, we didn't make it down to 6 ton. That's all right. 90 degrees. Launch. There we are. Let's hope this works. I don't think it will. I really don't. And no. We're going to put it in a really kind of big orbit around Kerbin, just so it makes sure it has an unobstructed view outside of Kerbin's atmosphere, sphere of influence. Sphere of influence. Alright. Warp here. Yeah, it has connection everywhere at all times. Blast it all. I think the other ones did too. Anyway, so we'll just go ahead and put this in there. And circleize, more or less. Make sure that's 10K. We want to put it right there. Now go ahead and circleize. There we are. More or less. There we are. Now, let's see. It has connection with everything, but no connection with the Wasteland probe. That's just not possible. Oh, that's so disappointing. I would have never guessed that would happen. And this is why you usually make a probe. You speed up time until you get there, and then you test it out. But I'm playing this straight off the cuff. You know, I launch it, hope for the best, and then when it gets there, try it out. And just seeing if I could actually put this in orbit around something, because it would work as a probe, but just not that well. All right. Well, everything considering, we needed more satellites in space anyway. It's a sad problem that it's just not going to get more fuel from Guardian. It's fine. Just farm those to get a decent amount of money. Anything else we can farm? Oh boy, that sucked. Yeah. Well, the only thing we can do is just go there and see what we are able to do with it. I mean, we might be able to still get it in orbit because it is almost in a retrograde position. And if we get it into orbit, who knows, maybe we can use it later on somehow by getting some signal to it another way. So here we are. Whoa, it's actually way off. Oh, that sucks. Ah, man, if I could have changed its maneuver back when it was 10, 12 days ago, it would have been real easy bring it back into this one. But, well, we'll just go ahead and bring it real close to the planet here. It'd be nice to actually impact it. That way we can at least use it as an impact probe. Get science. No, actually, we wouldn't get science from impacting it that way. Oh, well. Let's make sure there's any missions that we can get, though. I mean, we just have to fly by. We might as well go ahead and make sure we have that. Fly by, alright. Hopefully we can fly by the moon as well. Might get lucky, might not. Let's go ahead and back out to it. And once again, long load times, but hey! Here we go. Let's go ahead and just keep burning. Well, we got the mission for flybys, the wasteland. And, no, we're not going to get into orbit, I don't think. We're going to move here. We're going to try to use more of the orbit effect and try to get closer to orbit, but I don't think this is going to work. No, actually, I know it's not. We don't have enough delta V because we had to manipulate things a bit differently. Close, though. Or not close to orbit, but close to impact. Hey, we can at least see what we would have got for science. Dang it. Cannot transmit. 120, that would have been nice. 300, I thought we would have gained like close to 1,000 delta science, which we can gain through time with our research stations in space, but mobile science labs. That's still a great disappointment. Maybe, who knows, it might come back in range. It spins around oh, wow, yeah, it's coming around the sun. As it spins around the sun, I might be able to get connection with it then and send off some of that information I got. But anyway, I do believe that's all we have time for today. I'm sorry it didn't turn out as well as I hoped it would. But hey, that's how things work when you do things kind of more of a realistic way. You launch, no, more realistic, you would have tons of calculations. You have hundreds of computers on it. But anyway, you would have figured that out before it happened. Novice rocket scientist here, not even a rocket scientist. That happens. Anyway, LordMaddog, signing off.